Ayo, Mercado Crafts here. For this video, I'm going to show you how I make fake Bigfoot tracks out of plaster. So the first thing you'll need is some kind of box of dirt. Next, you'll need some kind of plaster. This time I use plaster of Paris, but usually I like to use this perfect plaster from Hobby Lobby, and it's pretty easy to use, so it's whatever you prefer. You'll also need water to mix your plaster, of course. Here I show 2 water bottles, but I think I added more later on. Of course, you'll need some kind of bucket to mix your plaster in and something to mix with. I use this painter's stir stick. And then you'll need a trowel or something you can dig the plaster out of the dirt with. And lastly, you'll need something to make a big footprint with. This is a foam foot that I carved with a wood burner tool years ago, but I never filmed. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I am wholeheartedly against any kind of malicious hoaxing or tricking people online or in person, and this video is no way intended to show people how to fake evidence and pass it off as real. In fact, whenever I make and sell these, I always write a clear warning on the back saying that these should not be passed off as real and that they're for novelty purposes only. No matter whether or not you believe in the existence of Bigfoot personally, the fact is a lot of people do, so please don't use what I've taught you to make fake evidence and hoax people. It's just a wrong thing to do. So now with that said, let's get into the video. So here I'm using the foam foot and pressing it into the dirt to make a footprint, and then I'm using my thumb to press the toes in to make it more rounded and visible. And now I'm using the ball of my hand to make the heel more visible as well. After that, I poured my water into the bucket and started mixing the plaster into the water. This took a lot of patience and mixing. After all the plaster was all mixed up, I carefully poured it into the footprint that I made, and then I used the paint scraper to get what was left in the bucket. Scraping it, though, made it a little lumpy, so I used the stir stick to kind of spread it out as evenly as I could. And that was it for the casting part. Now it was time to dig it out after letting it dry. It's important to loosen up the soil around it first, like I'm doing here, because then if you don't, you could break it. So now here it is after letting it dry fully after about 24 hours and then cleaning it off with a hose. I also used a brush to get off all the mud that was sticking and to leave these thin lines to replicate a skin texture. Well, there you have it, folks. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, don't use what I taught you to hoax people. Have a good one.